And off we go. Onto compound once again. Makes me a happy caster. As we do have one team on Blacklist, and we do have all gamers here on the Global Risk.
And Wolf and ZY from all gamers, double snipers. Oftentimes a solo sniper on compound from the Global Risk side, but a lot of Chinese teams like to play double snipers. Not just on this map, a lot of the other maps, excluding Port.
Feel the push coming already, moving backwards, making sure that he can't easily get taken out, and to ensure that at the very least he's able to trade. And thus far, both teams just kind of feeling each other out here in this first round.
That's generally what you see. Very standard setup here from all gamers in terms of position. Nice catch on the double sniper. And speaking of which, we're going to start off with a kill and a battle cry from probably ZY, who did pick up that kill.
And Peaks used a couple of smokes from all gamers to block off the central plaza entrance. So one team rotates around towards A long. Wolf is in position with a sniper gun. AWM power. I think Wolf spotted.
Chinese players are very talkative, as are the Vietnamese players, actually. And yeah, nice little kill. Fakon's able to get on in there.
And a quick rotation into the double pillars. But there's ZY. Super aggressive position by himself.
Not quite able to get the second half of that. Still getting damage down on Origami, though, making his teammates' life a little bit easier. But now it is actually one team able to get the man advantage here. Only ZQ and even still around. Holding on for now.
ZQ spotted. Fakon is able to get on in here and take the victory in the firefight. Even left over is able to get a nice little shot down with the pistol. He's got enough time now to try to come on in here, but it's not enough as Jerry pokes his head out and is able to get that first kill.
There's certainly one team starting off with a big round win, but they almost ran out of time too. So they have to watch the clock. Of course, they had it calculated, but all gamers, they could have pushed them out of the way, so they can't plant in time.
Now push again, not immediately coming through. One team maintaining the pace that we saw from them in the first round, and considering how there's no need, and starting to feel like this is, if this continues and one team is able to pick up a couple more initial wins, the trend of underdog team at the very least starting off strong. Even in the last game that they were unable to win, Team Myth was able to get the first round victory in every single match. Wondering whether we're going to see a repeat of that or whether Old Gamer are going to even up the score. They are definitely not in a rush, using utility to slow the approach of one team here.
Yeah, both teams smoking off the central plaza side into A entrance. One team might be thinking about big rotation. But still just going to use the time as they still have the C4 all the way in the back. And knowing that how aggressive all gamers can be, especially ZY's position already, trying to poke out into the plaza.
A lot of damage coming through, and no real positioning gains. Do find the kill there, but don't know if that in of itself is really going to be worth the trade. Depends on how all gamers is able to actually capitalize on these low health bars. Yeah, once one team actually starts to push through, and they have not done so yet, C4 now on his way towards that B side.
Oh, man.
And a headshot. And another half shot before going down.
Yeah, that could have, you know, he did a lot of damage. I feel like it could have been an awesome highlight if he was able to fully clean it up, but he absolutely did his job, given the circumstances. Nice job by one team to just pop out together and try to overwhelm the sniper. But it was not quite enough, as Wolf and ZQ gonna follow up with a couple kills, and KZ will also go down. And you see the return of our Chinese teamer, All Gamers, able to get one back.
quickly comes through, and even though the initial kill goes over to one team, it's All Gamers that then calmly capitalizes on those low health bars. Origami already getting hit here initially with some utility, and if one team, I think, ever loses the momentum, and I say momentum, they won one round. No need to get ahead of myself, but kind of want to string a couple of those together, because otherwise, All Gamers is just such a fearsome team that it feels hard to imagine that once they have control of a match, they would then voluntarily hand it off to you again.
Yeah, they are certainly Chronicler, as ZY is in a comfortable position. Again, very aggressive position into the double pillar room. And understanding that the B push was stopped just previously, they're pushing all the way, pressuring from both sides. Get the position of even and CQ.
But still able to find the kill, right? Trade 1-for-1, buy time for the rotation, as do see help coming over. Origami, meanwhile, is fairly low. Needs to be careful walking into two people there if he actually steps forward, but just going to cover for the rest of his team.
Even's going to see the smoke and sees there's someone nest. Keeps out, gets a double.
Insanely accurate from range there. Able to tap a couple of heads with the AK-47. And just going to make it even, make it a third headshot coming through for Even. Started off a little bit quiet, but that's fine. Came in at the exact right moment.
Yeah, the ace. Certainly putting those numbers in.
Wow.
Was that 4 kills by Even?
Yes,
Yeah.
4 headshots.
4 headshot kills. Even better.
He's pretty good.
Even better.
I think he's a pretty
had
good
to do it.
gamer. Yeah,
I mean, they're all gamers.
they're all gamers, but
Yeah, but he's
he
the best.
is
He's the best gamer.
seems that way.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd be inclined to agree. And one team, after getting off to a great start, now seeming like it might have been somewhat of a mischaracterization of the actual power level of the teams. The other 2 rounds by All Gamers were just very, very dominant. One team not really able to at any point get a similar level of control as now hovering towards that A side.
Yeah, it seems like one team has more control in terms of area, but AG actually has this map in control because they have covered, and ZY has been trading better, at least 1-to-1 in that double pillar. So one team, instead of going into the double pillars, they want to check from the nest and go into that A site.
Oh man.
Yeah, here's the power of the double sniper.
Yeah, I mean, you hold pillars and you hold a long, and you're just like, okay.
Just hit your shots.
But
Yeah,
oftentimes,
just don't miss.
when your teammate jumps across, you have your teammate coming from the bottom, getting the kill onto the sniper, but the teamwork wasn't quite there right now.
That's very true. Oh, nice shot there from Facon, able to make his way into the A site, but CQ alongside of J-Way is there, and they can just spray them down. Poker, the last one left, and he has an AWM, and no kills so far. Makes it a headshot with the sniper. Puts an end to that nonsense. Not able to land that shot, but still going to be a hard ask from him to win the round.
Yeah, especially with where the C4 is, right? Have it on lockdown even. Just casually waits. Poker has to walk into him, and that is the 3-1 now after a slow start. All Gamers looking monstrously dominant here.
When the games go like this, as a team, a solo sniper on a team, you have so much pressure because for the rifler, you're supposed to open the angles up against the double snipers. But if you go B, you're up against ZY, who's super aggressive with very precise shots all the time. And A long, once it's controlled, it's really hard to win the duel. So I think a lot of pressure onto Poker. Either he just goes in and opens up himself. I think it's up to the shot caller right here.
What you're saying is not a lot of good options here.
Certainly not.
And then what do you do?
Change into rifle. There's always an option.
Concede the point. Yeah, I mean, it's rough. I think that one team, the way they're playing, it's pretty passive where they're kind of hanging out waiting for some aggression from all gamers. All gamers have done the exact same thing every time. You know, slight differences here and there where they poke at different timings and, you know, even had that one big moment in mid. But other than that, you know, they're kind of holding the same angles. The snipers are in the same angles, obviously, as you mentioned. And from there, they're just waiting for one team to push, and they're confident in their shots that they can win, even on very defensive angles. One team needs to figure out something new, and maybe that's what it is. You know, get the kill onto the sniper. But ZQ is there with the headshot. There's one from Jayway as well.
Well, the covering shots is... they can't directly go into the A side because they've been flashed. They have members down. Wow, this is a collapse.
It's a dismantling, right? Like, they take all the tempo out of the push, even though it looks like it's starting so well. And then there's ample time for all gamers to respond. And this is starting to run into a problem where it doesn't really matter who you take down because the other people will just clutch it out regardless.
Yeah.
As you can see from all gamers, even if you lose a sniper, the backup from rifle from the side, they know exactly when to throw, what to do, where to be at. And one team so far, they broke through a plan A so far. If they can break into plan B or rotate after that, trying to force a rotation out from all gamers, I think there's still chance.
There is a chance, we say, as it's 4-1, and by all counts and purposes should still be very much doable, but you can just feel the pressure that all gamers is applying. Because after those first couple of plays didn't go well, this time though they will be able to take down ZY. And still though, so apprehensive knowing that Even is there, waiting for them. Holding off for the rest of the team to rotate.
After a kill, one team might... They still have a lot of time, so it's okay to just eat up the time and make a big rotation. But all gamers, they have already put themselves in pretty nice chairs. Two sitting on base spots from B side. And A side is basically covered from Wolf.
Jayway went for a little bit of a poke out there in mid. Got a bit of information. It doesn't tell him too much, but he at least is able to see, okay, there's no big push coming in just yet. Even still trying to hold this down, and he is being flanked from so many different angles, gets a bunch of damage, but no kills, and Origami able to push on in with his team onto B, or at least give it a try. As Jayway picks up 2, and Wolf is here with the snipe as well. It just seems like even when they get an advantage, they still can't make it happen. The backup is there. Every single player on the side of all gamers is just playing out of their minds. You can see that this is the reason why they are considered the favorites in this matchup.
Yeah, Jayway's plays right now in this map is absolutely insane. As he's been picking up so many kills, backing up. He's not the first person to go in. But when there's a moment, when there's a member down, he immediately trades it to make it even or make it even better with more kills.
And what really impresses me is how consistently every single time that someone on All Gamers makes a play, there's always a backup. And if the initial play doesn't work out, which very often it does, then the backup is there to just completely salvage the situation. And the cohesiveness with which this team moves around seems to dwarf most of the other teams that we've seen here today. This time Even will go down.
That bait did not work.
That one.
Okay. At least KZ is trying to open up the road for the team.
Yeah, you were talking about backup plans. Those are a really cheeky spot there from Even behind the pillar just to wait. You know, get the aggression onto ZY and then poke out, but he lost the firefight. And KZ was able to kill both of them, so, you know, backup plan number 1 was foiled after the original plan did not go well. So this time it's going to be a much better chance here for one team to actually get another round.
And there's ZQ from the side. Not really peeking out. And unless you pick up big time, you can't even get the scan.
Do it now. Still has the angle, will be able to take one, but again, It just buys so much time. Look at Poker's health bar. Wolf is still applying pressure, and we see rotation coming through here for all gamers as well. Clock slowly ticking down. And there goes Poker, and they do it again. All gamers in a 3 versus 5. Somehow pull it back.
That's really frustrating for one team. I mean, you won the first round, and you begin to believe, and then you you lose 5 in a row, and then you have the best chance since your first round win, and then you just get clobbered that easily. I mean, it was like, what was it, like 5-3?
Yeah.
And then it was like 4 against 2, and they still were not able to get it done. Take a look at this. All gamers getting a bit aggressive this time around. See why with the 8K.
Even Wolf is there for backup. The tiny angle you have through the entrance here. And after getting a kill, they go back to their normal spot. Even on the other side, it's covered pretty well by the riflers. And they can also do this because all gamers, they've been using a lot of these strategies around the center smoke. They always end up using at least 2 or more to buy time so that one team cannot come in through the middle.
And Wolf is just single-handedly holding off 3 people here, and now Even is joining as well for even more backup firepower. There's just no pressure. And meanwhile, the other half of the map is being won as well.
Yeah.
And they're trapped in the double pillars here. Jerry's trying to wait and bait anyone coming into the door.
The bomb is right around this corner. ZY might make his way in. Jerry's going to go down, and so will Fat Khan, as ZY will pick up that final kill. 7-1 now in rounds. And, well, we knew there was a favorite and an underdog coming into this one, but I wasn't exactly expecting it to be this one-sided.
And then the moment you think you can finish the first half soon enough.
Okay, well, they stopped the aggression in the central plaza.
And Poker's holding a rifle this time.
Okay, Z
Beautiful flank.
Always. His shots has been so above par today.
Even behind them. And this is the fun thing about compounds. You can get aggressive regardless of what side you're on, right? If you want to do this on GR, you can. You can just run around from every different angle, get behind them.
And not the most common strategy, but a couple of times we had both teams just straight up running for Central Plaza 3 times in a row. And 3 rounds went by in a single minute. Sometimes those things happen.
Yeah. And we saw that one team, you know, after their first round win, they really were trying to keep the pace at their level, you know, what they wanted to go for, which was pretty slow, you know, calm, and then go for a push together, kind of collected in that manner. But then eventually, you know, all gamers were kind of playing that. They were very defensive, and then eventually they were just like, no, we'll just rush you down. We'll change up the strategies. It doesn't really matter.
I can't even... This is by far the most one-sided we've seen. Even up previously the most one-sided map, which was the second one where Imperial basically dismantled Team Myth on especially the second half of that second round. It's just been all gamers completely running them over in every single way. And now they were already this aggressive. Now they're on the offensive, pushing in here as BL.
Yeah, already 3 grenades used because all gamers, they're used to fight against all the Chinese teams who also comes out from the GR side very oftentimes. So those nades, I think, will be thrown almost every single time. But compared to what we thought, they're actually taking this first round of the second half slower than we thought because they only need 2 more.
Yeah, no needs to take any risks. You can. After an origami! Pops off, picks off 3. Only saving grace is that the C4 not with those 3, but regardless, a beautiful play. Wolf gets some damage, Poker goes down, but one team looking strong here.
ZQ against the world. It's a good flash, but ZQ still on the run, trying to buy himself some time. And he still has that bomb, so Let's see what he can get done. There's one shot onto Jerry. 3 more.
You'll be expecting some rotation, or maybe just 3-man defense towards one site and leaving one side open. But instead, one team they're all going into the bait spot. Ooh, peek.
Little bit tense there, because if CQ wins that, then all of a sudden he can plant, and then the clutch is possible. But nicely held there, wins the 1v1, and now one team back on the board. It's a small victory, but a victory nonetheless. And then on the back of that, they are going to take their tactical pause. As I'm just loving these cards, you know, being held up with sufficient gravitas.
Yeah, I love how the referee always stares into the camera.
Yes, he's like,
Feels like we're really connecting.
yeah.
And yeah, I mean, might as well take the tactical pause. You just won a round. Maybe you say, okay, well, like, what went well for us there? What can we do to continue this run? I mean, obviously it's 8-2, so even the players here might not have much to say, but they're still going to take the pause.
Yeah, usually I think it's for them to get some breeze, to just breathe before going into the second half. I think they needed some extra time. And second, because they're down so many rounds, they have to get at least 6 to tie it up and 8 to at least force into the extra rounds. So knowing that all gamers, they're a lot stronger than their own firepower right now, they have to really poke a hole. They have to open a shot. Either they go in offensively, go aggressive like ZY and take the double pillars with their sniper. Poker can certainly do that. He had a lot of multiple kills in their own regionals. But you have to think about the other side also. So you have a lot to think right now as one team.
You don't have a lot of time, because you're down 6 rounds and 2 more, and all gamers will take the first map here. But comeback start with just the single one, and as one team got a little bit of time, a little bit of a breather. Just wonder whether that's going to be enough against the sheer mechanical dominance that all games have shown us thus far. I've seen when shots like that don't hit.
Yeah, that's exactly how you open up A long, with rifle jumping, with the sniper jumping right next to you.
This rotation coming through. One team really opting in on that, and all gamers, they see it and they're like, no, we're good actually. We'll head back and try a different approach through Center Plaza.
And actually pretty quick in rotation. They have a whole lot of times, and basically 6 extra rounds for them to win 2 more.
No response yet from one team.
Just waiting, watching. Here comes all gamers. They got one guy, Wolf, covering with the sniper in mid. The rest of the team pushing pillars. Jerry gonna get that information now, give his team a chance to rotate over.
And he didn't even get tagged, so good news for them. Less than a minute left. All gamers will push. Push the servers.
Oh man, they just get the better shots there, jumping on in. Wolf even gonna get the snipe as he was being flanked up in the tower. And now Poker1 not having the best angle through the smoke there. They're just trying to isolate Wolf first. But he doesn't seem to be having any of that. He's going to spot Fat Cons. Even if he doesn't land the shot, he's buying so much time. Whoa! And he still lands the shot.
Get 180!
Get out of here!
That was very interesting to watch that shot from the opposing angle, actually. To see what it's like to get 180 no-scoped like that.
Half shot. Here's a footstep from the back. 180 and finish off.
I don't know about the next map, guys, but this one's done. That's a backbreaker right there.
Can we select an MVP already?
God, yeah, I was about to say, please give it to Wolf.
These guys are relentless too. I mean, they are savage. They're screaming as they're looking to win a 10th round to only 2. and not wasting any time this time around. One team tried to challenge them in the pillars, and they immediately get shut down.
Yeah, with the rotation, A side was actually open, so Eben actually made it in. And gets a free kill.
The one tap. And that opens up the completely nothing that one team at this point should be able to do. Nice find there. That's one, but there's just too many people still alive. And after that last play, I'd be pretty sure Wolf could do it by himself if he needed to.
They should, like, let him try.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, Wolf, get in there. But KZ, he doesn't have much time here. And there's so many different angles that are covered. Even look at ZY. He's like in the entrance to pillars, just waiting to get the information. He doesn't even need to get the kill.
Oh,
Still
got the damage in.
Yeah, and Wolf gets the final kill. And that's going to do it, 10-2 for our first map here. All gamers crush one team in swift fashion. The only way it could have been faster is if one team was more aggressive on the Blacklist side, but maybe that's why they weren't.
Just incredible performance. And I think the first performance of the day where it truly felt one-sided. I think a lot of the other matches we saw a clear favorite. We saw a team that over the course of a match was more consistent. But it was nothing compared to what All Gamers just showed here. Just sheer and utter dominance, losing 2 rounds, and those rounds felt like just individual members popping off, right? Origami with a really nice triple, but nothing that was really sustainable and could be repeated again. And as one team going into the next game, I can't imagine you're feeling very confident.
Yeah, I mean, they took that tactical pause, gives them a little bit of extra time to discuss potentially what went wrong in terms of your strategy, your teamwork. But at a certain point, it feels like it's out of your hands, right? When you're just losing a lot of the firefights and you're not really getting anything done, it just feels like you're getting dominated. It feels like you're hopeless, you know? Everybody's been in that situation, whether it's in competitive play or even in solo play, you know, where it's just like, well, we just, it's just not going to happen. Like that guy on the other team, he's just too good. And it feels like all gamers have a lot of those guys on the other team, if you know what I mean.
Yes, but this is a group stage. I think you should be thinking optimistically that trying to get the most games off of them, most rounds off of them. I think that's the realistic goal that they have right now, because all gamers, maybe we were slightly thinking maybe this is our first stage in a while, an offline stage. Maybe there could be some hiccups, but
no,
that's not happening at all. They're just way too good.
There's just no hiccups, and I'm glad you mentioned the G-Clef, because this doesn't feel like, oh yeah, one team. It's just all gamers are just too good. And any round that you can snoop off them in a possible tiebreaker scenario, I can see other teams not being able to get a single game against all gamers. So try to salvage as much as you can.
Well, it's not going to be easy for one team. All gamers looking like quite the gamers, if I have to say myself. Let's see if they can get their way into yet another win as we go onto sub base for our first time today. All right, here we are, sub base. If you've never watched Crossfire before, or if you're not sure how this map works out competitively, it's kind of crazy.
It's a very cool map. Lots of boosting options towards the B site, like the lockers, you can go in the lights, and lots of hiding spots towards the bottom. You'll see all that very soon. And certainly the wall shots right here is a key point. Oftentimes you also have the sniper duel there from the A road into the shutter.
Just chilling in an air vent, you know, taking your time. There's no rush after the first game. I'd imagine that you don't want to push it too hard, because knowing the form that All Gamers is in at the moment, not really going to feel the need to aggressively try and force things that aren't meant to be.
But not yet. I think the moment that all gamers feel, the moment that they get a feel on this map, they'll push into the machine room for sure. And I don't think that's going to be taking too much time. For now,
yeah.
one team checking all the boxes. Locker's clean.
Wolf is at it again. Finding the kill there on Origami. Softening up one team. And now the clock slowly starts ticking down, but it feels like All Gamers, they have this on lockdown. C4 still needs to get picked up. More members are dropping, shots aren't hitting, and All Gamers still looking to firm control here. Nice counter kill there though. Finally Wolf goes down, but might be too little too late here.
KC oftentimes the player to carry the team whenever they need a person. But on the first round, certainly not working out. Only Poker left now.
This kind of looks like a continuation of the first map. I thought that one team, they pushed a little bit too slowly. They ran straight into the sights of Wolf, and he lined up the shot, and he rarely misses. And from there, they were just able to get a couple of members over there to support him. KY got, you know, the one kill from the team, but other than that, All Gamers just really taking it to them.
Yeah, I think Poker really has to come into action. Has been very silent throughout the first map. Especially in Crossfire, when you let those snipers go around the map and get those clutch kills, it's usually the opponent sniper that shuts him down.
Just not really coming together, and yes, you get him down, but JWay first picks up a double, and that's a trade you're always going to take because, again, it takes all the speed out of this approach, and if you don't overwhelm them, I don't know how you're going to win straight-up fights. As another one-tap there from Even. It's just pure dominance, guys.
Guys just don't miss at a certain point. Backon's that time around, he's able to get the jump, and he lands his shot, which is absolutely needed. Waits a little bit there. ZQ having some backup from Even, and ZQ will be able to pick up that kill. Poker now extremely low, and he's just going to get taken out by ZQ once again, picking up his third kill of the contest. 2-0 now for All Gamers.
Yeah, the flash backup from incoming backups are so good, lending perfectly to one team. Laying the attack so far when they don't even have all the members alive. So All Gamers, they're slowly shutting them down from doing anything.
And you can see the amount of fear that they strike into the hearts of one team as well, right? See how confident All Gamers is. Only having single people lock down those sites, knowing that they can do enough work. Either they slow down or they just straight up win trades, find 1v1s, 1v2s, and then the rest of the team has ample time to rotate. In one team, something's got to change. You either got to start winning these fights or you got to try different strategies because what you're doing right now doesn't seem to be working.
Ooh, Even getting pretty aggressive there. Trying to get some free fires off around the corner too. Not quite working though, and KZ once again, he's going to come up big for his team, give them a chance.
Yeah, when you're in the bait position, grenade doesn't, unless you get hit by a multiple grenade, it doesn't really kill you. So it's better to actually stay there than come out and check. And one team, this is a very big opportunity. And Wolf,
You had to curse it, G-Clef.
no, Poker was waiting there though.
Yeah.
He was supposed to cut down the back line, but JWay alone A bottom.
Oh, big grenade.
Flashes are so good.
Oh man, this is
They just can't come in.
I mean, it was a pretty nice push. I think maybe a little bit slow, and then they just came face to face with JWay. And I mean, that was just too much for them to handle. ZY gonna pick up that last kill.
You're already down in confidence level, and you get flashed the moment you go in. Suddenly there's that fear that you can't do anything.
Well,
They also got grenaded.
Yeah, that too.
I don't think it's an unfounded fear, as they couldn't actually do
I'm
anything.
scared.
Yeah, we're not even playing, and we're terrified of All Games. We can see where they are, and that doesn't really change the fact that I wouldn't want to play against them right now. They are all looking on fire, and you can't really hold it against one team because All Gamers just look nigh unstoppable. Even there, winning in the wings. As this is just a regular Wolf finding a kill.
Every time if there's no one near the boxes or locker, there has to be a sniper, so you have to watch out. Second kill from Wolf. Lockers is now clean.
I just want to request we keep the camera on Wolf for the beginning of the rounds at least, because he always gets a kill. We've missed a couple of them. I want to see how he pulls it off. Ooh, nice little turnaround there from Poker, actually. 180 headshot with the pistol.
That's
Very
a start.
Well done. It's
Registers
something.
a kill.
Yeah. Is it enough, though, G-Clef?
I think he needs a sniper action, though. Pistol's a start. And a bottom is empty.
Okay.
But they have...
Feeling feisty.
Falcon's like, I don't
Actually, do
have to push, but I don't want to.
Yeah, that's a
Positive.
big fake as they are getting ready to push into lockers. I think spotted by ZQ.
Tension is rising.
Oh, look at the rotation that was not spotted.
He doesn't know. Complete misread here, and for the first time, one team find an opening here in this map.
Even is kind of the only one left over here. He's at least able to trade one. It's 2-on-3. As Falcon trying to get that shot. Not quite able to. Xiaowei pushes in, picks up a kill alongside ZQ, and they will be able to clear it up.
That was a huge opportunity, a big chance for one team right there. Even if they were member down, still with the bomb down when 30 seconds left, All Gamers, they opened it up for them with a wrong lead into a side. But still, the firepower is just no match right now.
It wasn't just a rotation. All Gamers threw like 3-4 pieces of utility straight into A, and just all that utility goes to waste. One team knows they're coming, and even then, it's just not enough. And it says so much about just the sheer domination that we're seeing here from All Gamers. By far, the most lopsided play that we've seen here today. And even in the opportunities that one team creates for themselves, which I think they do very well. If you can't win the fights that follow up, it's just not really going to matter. And we haven't seen the traditional kill yet, but I'm sure Wolf, at any point now, is going to pick it up to really kickstart this.
Discussing their next move right now in the air duct. What should we do, guys?
No.
ZY is going to bring him the action.
Abort.
Okay, guys.
Move out of the way.
This wasn't it.
I'm trying to get out of here.
No, AG actually boosting up. Might actually go in. Never mind, just to check.
Yep.
Just a peek.
Xiaowei's waiting here as well in the bait spot. Under the stair. He pushes in very aggressively. They don't know he's here, and he lines up two. Make it three.
That flick was incredible.
4 headshots. Xiaowei has 9 headshots out of his 10 kills. I mean,
So
it doesn't. What?
now the real question becomes: who gets the
MVP, right?
Yeah. Who's gonna take it? Because honestly, and like this is with all due respect to J Team or One Team rather, this is just the amount of pressure coming through from All Gamers is just insane. Like, I don't know how you match this.
Yeah. You know, I feel kind of bad because I know we have a lot of Vietnamese viewers out there, and you know, One Team, they're a great team from Vietnam, but All Team is really just taking it to them this time around. The Chinese teams are incredibly powerful in Crossfire. They did win last year, and I mean, they have really brought their all this time around.
This time they managed to break into the lockers without losing too many. There's the opening.
Already 3 down.
Origami, great flank there.
Okay, this is what you like to see.
Is it enough? 2 people available for the
Comes in, Xiaowei trying to get that MVP vote. And, well, they're actually going to take the round here. So One Team are able to pull it together. Really nice flanking coming in there. And that's what you want to see, you know, that better teamwork and communication from our Vietnamese team to make an effective push. And that time it was just, you know, cookie cutter. Looked good.
Subbase certainly a map where Global Risk side does have an advantage in defense. But with one team registering a round to themselves, finally, I think they opened up a lot more options. They can try to push into a bottom, which never worked. But I think that was really because of the control flash from the control room. So they can have split push going into a bottom and control room at the same time. Those are a few options.
Yeah, the split worked out for them the last time around. So maybe try to go for some sneaky plays like that in some of the future rounds. But so far, they're just kind of spreading out, seeing what they can see.
Real issue is they still need to really open up the map because all gamers have given them a no quarter, are still very much in control, holding all the angles. And yes, they can take territory, but so far nothing too relevant as they slowly move up the C4 through Machine Room, heading towards lockers, but Wolf is waiting there, looking for a tasty snack. Hasn't found it yet. And very quick pick off there. Uneven. It's a good start here for one team, but the time is slowly starting to tick down.
Yeah, that is true there. Jerry ducking down to avoid the headshot. And Origami opening up.
Oh, ZY able to get the flank, but Origami is really getting the job done. Jiao Wei now picks up one, but they're so low on health on the side of all gamers. And yes, there's not much time, but the bomb is planted. And now the time doesn't matter.
Important here for one team. Picking up 2 in a row would be huge.
That headshot was massive. Another headshot from Jiao Wei.
And that's it. That's 3 headshots in a row. Jiao Wei picks up a couple more. I think he's my MVP, guys. I don't know about you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to be convinced.
He only has 12 headshots out of his 14 kills.
Can we have double MVPs?
Yeah, can we do a double up? I actually would like that personally because I am loving what we're seeing here thus far.
Finally, here's the approach into the machine.
You called it.
It was just a matter of time.
Yeah.
But in response, one team actually trading a kill. How about ZY peeking out to the center? It's a lot of job done there.
I feel the problem with this game thus far, Wolf even gets poker one there, is that even trading is not, it's not actually even trading. Like, you need to trade favorably. You need to get multi-kills early on if you want to break open the map, because we've seen them again and again, regardless of what the odds are, find out these clutch plays. Very nicely done there. That's how it starts, still up. 2 versus 2, but now possibly an opportunity for one team, but his opportunities have come around before, and they haven't really led to anything, but with Wolf now also down. They're rotating towards A side. It is just ZQ trying to hold on here in the second round. Might be waiting here for one team if they can close it out.
Here we go. This is the moment that they've been waiting for such a long time. Even the last round saved by all gamers. So ZQ through the peak.
Yeah.
Small angle.
Okay. There you go. Headshot comes in through Jerry. From Jerry there. And, you know, under the tanker, not necessarily a kill you see very often, but perfect timing there from ZQ to come in. And it doesn't actually matter. And you know what? I mean, one team, if they can get another round, 6-3 isn't so bad on Blacklist. 3-6, I should say, here on sub base.
Yeah, that's not too bad of a score. Especially after losing so many rounds in a row. Okay, got the control over the machine room. Okay, they've checked this time, no rush, so very likely a sniper to check from the B site.
ZQ out there, but just immediately blows up Origami.
Wait, ZQ's holding a sniper this time?
Yeah, and he's just sitting in the air duct, having a good time. No,
Another one. And
Come
third.
on!
Oh, no.
Pack tournament?
They're just walking in one by one.
Yeah. At some point,
Expect the sniper to stay there for such a long time. That's the thing.
It looks silly, but you know, not expecting it, of course. FatCon here, he gets one. And, I mean, let's see. He's getting swarmed right now. ZQ coming on in, and a quick shot with the pistol, low on health. and that will be 7-2 in favor of All Gamers. As, you know, an extra round's going the way of one team before the half, but we can easily say that All Gamers, they are still looking just as strong.
I've got to apologize for not having faith in All Gamers going into this match.
Apology not accepted.
Yeah, understandable. Just an incredible show of force here. Dropping a round or two in itself, obviously not the end of the world, but it's the way that the wins go that just feel inevitable and are so hard to match for one team here. And it's always possible to mount a comeback, but it just seems so incredibly unlikely with how well the entirety of All Gamers has been playing now. On BL here, pushing in aggressively. Heading towards that A side through Access Road.
All Gamers again smoking towards AC. They love to smoke it up right at the center so that the opponent team can't get information of anyone passing from A to B, B to A.
Even got this first kill over here from Machine Room. Gets incredibly low, does a little bit of damage, but the kill being the damage. And yeah, let's see how they want to attack this one. Pacon trying to get out here himself, but is going to be spotted by ZY.
And suddenly they're just left with 3. Opening up A side has one Jerry standing by in AC. Watching hallway. And the round just finished with
And that,
all.
I think,
just if you win, technically, in theory, it's very easy. If you win 1v1 5 times,
yes,
you win. But if
that's-
it happens at the same time like that,
I can just feel the deflate. Like, yeah, and that's the win. But that's how imagine being one team, right? And even situations that I think they create very well, they just can't actually seem to cash in on it. And I think that's something that, as more and more kills keep dropping, like going into other matches, I still think one team have a great shot. I think that how they play looks good, but it's just not up to the level of All Gamers when it comes to the execution.
Smoking controlling the AC into the control room. They want to go A bottom or directly into shutter B.
And one team right now very spread out. They're going to need to find a way.
The KZ actually rotated back onto A road towards the BL base. So they might actually not know what's happening directly because machine room was not checked. Now they will smell things.
Come on. Come on, Wolf.
It's just not fair. And here comes KZ. He has been one of the players that has been consistent from the side of one team, able to keep up.
And Origami, the 2 players who has been
tagged through the smoke. This is a bit much. As All Gamers, they got 3 guys looking at this stairwell.
And less than 13 seconds. Gotta go now. Oh, can't really do too much about this. And scores 9-2 already.
Yeah. Not much else to say, just absolute masterclass of Crossfire being put on right now by All Gamers. Not exactly a fair matchup because this team is just so strong.
I think he was tagged while he was trying to hide behind the door. And push through upstairs.
Oh, wow, Poker won.
Oh,
Look at that. I mean, he comes
hold
out, a couple of kills with the pistol.
Yeah, but Poker was tagged, got half shot by Wolf there.
Did he win?
And that will be it.
What?
There you have it. That is the end